Hello. Welcome to Travel Alaska and Beyond. My name is Leanne, and I am an 11 and a half year Alaska resident. The locals say that once you're here 10 years, you're officially Alaskan. So I am officially Alaskan, and I would like to share with you today about weather and wildlife. Now, my husband and I have been on 7 Alaska cruises. It was a cruise that really gave us our love for Alaska and brought us here. We got a glimpse of it once and 19 years ago, and we just had to come back. So we've been on the Celebrity Summit 5 times. We've done 2 back-to-back cruises, and it was the very first ship we ever boarded and cruised on together. We also went on Holland America's Oosterdam, and then we went on Radiance of the Seas by Royal Caribbean. We enjoyed all 7 of our cruises, but we have done a lot of people watching, and we've seen a lot of videos, both cruising and RV, where people have shared their experiences. And there are people that have had, I think, higher expectations of Alaska. They had those expectations of perfect weather and lots of wildlife sightings, and because they didn't get them, they didn't appreciate or enjoy their vacation. So I want to give you just 3 tips to help you enjoy your Alaska vacation and to let you know a little bit about the weather. Now, if you start watching the different videos that people have made consecutively, you'll see that they kind of contradict each other. It's not because the people aren't telling the truth. They're sharing about their experience. But the difference is May of 2024's weather will not be like May of 2025's weather, nor will it be like May of 2026's weather. That's not the way Alaska weather works. Um, you can't just kind of estimate it based on the year before. It can be very cool one moment, it could be very hot the next. It could be very wet, it could be very dry. On the years that we have dry summers, we usually have wildfires. And so that is, just something when we get rain, we enjoy it. Nobody wants to have a full summer of rain, but sometimes we do. So these 3 things are going to help you enjoy your Alaska adventure to the fullest. So let's pack these three things. If you are coming on a cruise or an RV trip or just flying in and taking a car to drive around, pack these 3 things and you will enjoy the best vacation ever. The first one is going to be a good attitude. Don't set expectations of perfect weather or wildlife sightings. If you do that, when it doesn't happen, you will be extremely disappointed. Weather and wildlife are uncontrollable, and what you get is what you get. I used to tell the kids when they were little, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Well, that's the way it is when you come to Alaska when it comes to the weather and the wildlife. Now, there are excursions, so you can pay to go on excursions to see wildlife, but even then, they're not absolutely expected. We've gone on boat rides, just a little boat ride, and we've seen whales. And that was once in my 11 years on the water here. I've seen 1 bear in my yard in 11 years. And I have seen plenty of moose, but they come in different seasons. When I came on our first 2 vacations to Alaska, I never saw a moose. And the only reason why I saw a bear is because I did the Denali excursion where you take the bus to go see Denali. And I actually saw a grizzly bear and 2 cubs. But that was such a rare thing. I wasn't expecting it, and I didn't see any moose. I think I saw a caribou, and we saw basically we saw the reindeer because they were part of that excursion. I was very happy for what I saw and not discouraged because I didn't get to see anything else. There was just so much beauty and majesty here that it was okay that I didn't get to see the wildlife. I wanted to make sure that I took home sweet memories, and I didn't want to be disappointed by what I didn't see when I had so much amazingness in front of me. Now, first, pack a good attitude. Attitude that says, no matter the weather or no matter what wildlife I see or don't see, I am really going to enjoy Alaska. The second thing is pack in layers. It can be when we were in Skagway on our back-to-back Alaska cruise in May, it was kind of overcast and chilly in the morning. And so I had my long sleeves and I was ready. But then in the afternoon, the sun came out and it got really, really warm. We were hiking our sleeves up. People were taking off jackets. They were in tank tops and t-shirts. And then just a couple hours later, the sun went behind the clouds and everything was super chilly again. And you saw everybody scurrying to get those jackets outside of their backpacks and put them back on. Pack in layers, especially if you run with a colder body temperature. If you are the kind that gets very chilly all the time, pack those good moisture wicking socks, those wool socks that will keep your feet warm. Pack multiple layers that you can kind of have on to keep warm. And then if the sun does come out and you get warmer, you can take them off and put them in a backpack. So the third and final thing is rain gear. Now, I have found that because in some of the places it rains so heavy that I need a waterproof shoe, waterproof pants, a jacket with a hoodie, a rain jacket with a hoodie, and then a ball cap underneath that hood of the rain jacket to keep the water from hitting me in the face, because sometimes the angles of the rain can hit you right in the face. And for example, on our cruise that we just took, I did not wear rain pants. I had the rain jacket, I had the waterproof shoes, but because from my knees down got so drenched, the water soaked into my socks and like a sponge, it absorbed to my toes. So when I took my shoes off, I was kind of shocked that my feet were damp. But it wasn't because the rain shoe didn't work or my 100% waterproof shoe didn't work. It was because my ankles where my socks were exposed to so much water and it just absorbed it like a sponge. So those are just some things to think about. Last year in July, we had a 2-week back-to-back cruise and we it rained the entire time. We did not have appropriate rain gear. I did have my baseball cap and I had my rain jacket, but I had regular tennis shoes, and every single night I had to blow dry them, put towels in them to get them dry enough to go out in the rain the next day. We were hanging our socks and our pants. We were just drenched, but we still enjoyed it because we remembered to pack that good attitude. Even though we live here, every time we go and visit these different ports that we can't get to by the land system or the road system, we just enjoy seeing that new land. And so it makes the adventure amazing if you are willing to enjoy it despite the weather or to despite what wildlife you see. You may or may not see moose or bear. You may or may not see whales. You may or may not see otters or seals, but enjoy the things that you see and then come back to Alaska if you can. You may get to see them another time. And like I said, there are excursions where you could pay to go see these different things. It's not guaranteed that you'll see them, but it might give you a little bit better of a chance to see them. If this was very helpful to you, if you enjoyed it, please subscribe and follow for more of my videos. I will be sharing some updates on the different cruise ports, and we will also share our cruise adventures in Asia. Will be in Seoul, South Korea for 10 days. Then we'll board the Millennium in Incheon, South Korea. We'll stop in Jeju Island and then go up the coast of Japan to Tokyo. And then we will fly over to Hawaii and we'll be there for 5 days. So we'll be sharing those adventures with you. I hope that you follow along. Thank you so much for your time in watching this. And if this was helpful, please subscribe. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you real soon.